So you've been typing in strings without having a clear idea of what strings exactly mean. So today let's experiment with some different types and ways of formatting strings to get a clear and a better understanding of what strings basically mean and what they can do. So first, what I want you to do is copy this exact program. Once you're done copying this program, you can pause this video and copy this program. Once you're done copying this program, exactly like I have written, you can run it in terminal. You can save it as ex6.py, type python3 space, drag and drop this file, and you can run it. And as you see here, this is the kind of output that you should be getting. Pause this video and check this output if you have to. Now, let me explain this program one by one, line by line. So this is just a variable that we defined right now, which is types of people. Notice that these underscores are just imaginary spaces. I will not be explaining what these are for exactly. Just go with these when you have to space your characters in a variable. So types of people, and I gave the value to this variable to be equal to 3. Now I defined another variable and I defined it as x. X is equal to, now you have done formatting strings by using this f letter inside print statements, right? But right now we are only doing this to format this particular string. There isn't any statement that will be printed in this line. So this line is basically just a simple string which is contained inside a variable, which is x. So this string will be formatted like this. There are round bracket types of people. So this round bracket contains this variable that we defined above, which is types of people. So when this string will be formatted, the 3 will replace this variable right here inside these curly brackets, types of people, with the help of this f, which is format string function. So now we define 3 variables again, which is animal lover 1, and its value we defined as cats. And notice that since this is a string, this is within double quotes. Animal lover 2 is equal to dogs, again a string, so it's inside the double quote. And the third variable is just a formula, which is animal lover 1 plus animal lover 2. So we'll basically add these two and print them together when you ask this variable to be formatted inside a string. So I'll show that in this y variable statement. And notice there isn't a new line. This 7th line is the continuous line, it's the same line. It's the same line. Anyway, so the 7th line has another variable that we defined as y. It contains a string which is also to be formatted, and it says those who love animal lover 1, which is inside a curly bracket. So animal lover 1, which is cats, will directly replace this variable right here. Those who love animal lover 2 will directly be replaced by dogs right here, which is on the line 5, animal lover 2. And the animal lover 3 will be the addition of these two. So it will be cats, dogs. It will be printed like that. So cats, dogs will directly replace this variable right here inside this curly bracket with the help of this format string function. Now these are just variables with strings, right? In order to print them, we need to enclose them inside print statements. So print parenthesis x, and line 10 is print parenthesis y. So these two statements basically print line X and line Y while formatting these curly brackets, right? Then I have another print statement which basically just prints variable X and variable Y again, but I have some text before it, which is I said and I also said in the line 13. So it's basically more or less just the same as normal formatting. Now I define yet another variable which I name as rday, and its value I give as false. Now since this is a boolean value, you notice here the color will change if I put a lowercase f, since this won't be recognized by Python as a boolean value. It has to be capital F, and only then it'll recognize it as a boolean value. If you want to have a lowercase f, then you need to enclose this inside a single or double quote. Remember that, please, since that would be a string and not a boolean value or a number or something. Now I define yet another variable which I name as cutest animal, and its value I define as this particular string right here. Aren't cats the cutest animals? And then I just leave, I open and close a curly bracket, and I have nothing inside this. So this means that this bracket will be formatted in future like I do in this 18th line. Now you notice here there is no f before this particular line, since there is no formatting to be done for this particular line, for this particular string. So in the line 18, I have yet another print statement which prints cutest animal, like how we printed this variable X right here or variable Y right here. It prints cutest animal variable, which is this particular string. So it prints this string, but now we applied a function dot format, which is the same, exact same as this f right before the beginning of this double quote. So I use this dot format function, and within round brackets, within a parenthesis, I enclose this variable rj, whose value is false. So by doing so, you see here, aren't cats the cutest animals? False. So I'll print this first, which is this variable cutest animal. I'll print the string contained within this variable first, cutest animal, aren't cats the cutest animals, and then I'll directly print false inside this curly bracket right here. You're getting my point? I'll print false inside this curly bracket with the help of this dot format parentheses rj command. Now we define yet another two variables actually. One of them is left, another one is right, and basically this is just like the x and y that we defined. And yeah, I guess you will understand this pretty quickly. You shouldn't have any problems understanding this. And don't get confused with this smiley. It's not a closed parenthesis, it's just a smiley, nothing more than that. And now we print left plus right. So what it basically does is it prints the left side of this sentence and the right side of this sentence all together. Notice this is a smiley and not a closed parenthesis. So what it does is basically just print these two variables together, right? As simple as that, nothing more complicated. So if you don't understand something inside this exercise, what I want you to do is comment above each and every single line in English by using this hash character and explain to yourself what the line underneath exactly does. Explain to yourself that. And once you're done doing that, I guess you should have a better understanding. I want you to make some more programs just like this one on your own. Define your own variables define different strings inside your own variables, you need not follow the same format. In fact, it's better if you don't. Try experimenting with strings and things. And I guess right now you're at a point where you can start by experimenting and playing with this program by breaking things, by breaking the program. So, what I basically mean by breaking the program is either you or you can ask somebody to do this on your behalf. What I want you to do is basically select things at a random, and you can even target things like, say, this plus right here, remove it, like this close parenthesis, remove it, or even this curly bracket, remove it, and this x, type in u or something or whatever, and remove this close double quote, or remove this, or remove both of these, etc. You get the idea. Remove this, whatever you want to do, you get the idea, right? So what I want you to do is break these things, and you'll get errors while running this file inside your terminal. What I want you to do is read those errors, try and understand those errors, and go jump to the line where this error exactly is. Understand what that error exactly means to convey to you, and try to fix these errors. I guess you would be able to do that. If you're not able to do that, you can ask me questions in the comments down below. Thank you for watching this video.